Yeah, so... Yeah, the whole left hand doesn't know what the right is doing. Part of that is actually kind of true.
That's kind of what I was thinking when I mentioned that, like, there are like string pullers in opposition here. But I don't know who's pulling who, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
All we really know for sure at the moment is that there are parties that want Kain and Raziel to either destroy each other or at least one kill the other.
Strike me down, and your journey will be complete.
It would either be that, or it's a case of you strike me down and I'll come back more powerful than you possibly imagine. I think both of those are from Star Wars, I do believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that, like, every time Palpatine appears, like he's just really into being struck down? Like, I wonder if that's his thing. Dude, him coming back in episode 9 was... I have mixed feelings because I feel that one was narratively bleh, but Ian McDermott always kind of steals the show, so it's kind of hard to hate.
Yeah. Apparently
He's
there was
just
some
good.
extra stuff that kind of built the backstory for that, but it was hidden in a season of Fortnite as part of a licensing deal.
Seriously?
So, yeah.
Are you kidding
But
me?
Nah, it was like vital between movies storyline about how Palpatine somehow returned.
No
in
way,
a
that's where they put it.
time-limited season of Fortnite, yep. Just for a bit of extra cash.
Wow.
But from what I've read about it, it was mostly just a lazy retelling of the Dark Empire comics with the cloning.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty simple explanation if you go that route, because, like, that is definitely something they've done in expanded universe, which I still refuse to call Legends.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not going to deprecate what I grew up loving.
By the way, I do have a question.
What's up?
There is a Humble Bundle that's currently out that's a whole bunch of online, that has a whole bunch of shooters on it.
Oh yeah?
I do have a question. How is Star Wars Dark Forces?
I loved it.
Yeah, for its time especially, it was damn good.
It's sort of a Doom-like, but I thought it was more like story-driven and interesting. It can be difficult. Like, there are times where you will be frustrated, possibly, but...
And there's a few, like, level design quirks. But it was one of the first engines that was able to do, like, a room above another room instead of all being, like, basically just a 2D map with height differences.
Yeah, they actually did do, like, Z-axis.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So that was really interesting. Oof. Yeah.
Oh, that was rough. That guy hits hard.
Yeah, Dark Forces was pretty good. Its sequel, Jedi Knight, had some incredibly cheesy, in the best way, FMV cutscenes. I loved that one. And then Jedi Knight 2 and 3 by Raven Software were some of the best melee combat you're going to get in any, like, action game.
I liked them, but I got a little bit frustrated with executing force powers fluidly.
Yeah,
that took a lot of getting used to.
It did need a bit of rebinding to get it working perfectly, but did you ever play any of the multiplayer for that?
No, I can't say that I did. I was running a pretty shit computer at the time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like my family
I
didn't
was
get
too, but there
internet
was like
for-
a
good internet
internet
for-
cafe near my place, so me and my brother went there and played it a few times.
Oh, nice.
And the way the force powers and like the lightsaber combat worked just felt so good. Once you
Yeah, I feel
refine
like-
the controls for the force powers to be able to use what you want when you want, it all comes together in just the best way.
Yeah, because that would have been my only, because that's my only criticism is that I always struggled. It struggled to get out what I needed when I needed it. So that would be the only thing holding it back. Other than that, I really liked it. So the problem was like at the time I was really young, and
Okay.
our computer was not in good shape, and so I didn't like anytime I played a game. There was a non-negligible chance it would freeze at some point and
Yeah.
just eat it. So I didn't always have as much time to experiment with things like controls as I would have liked. Getting my very own computer was a big moment in my life. Because my parents were gotta be a nicer word than Luddites.
Dang it.
Dang, these guys are
Oof.
really brutal. Can you block, or do they hit too hard?
I can block. I was just trying to dodge them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some of them it's best to block and then hit back, but a couple of the tricky ones it's better to dodge and get a hit in before they could start blocking again.
Oh, there's something I need to check. Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm looking at that bundle and that does look good, especially since they're all deck verified.
That is a nice perk.
Yeah, it's got all three Crisis, the recent Prey, Doom 2016, and System Shock.
That is a great collection.
And it's the new System Shock.
Yeah,
Damn.
the remaster.
I actually never. That's been on my list at some point to try because I love the original. No, I used to be really into shooters as a genre, big time. Like Doom 2016 is also one of my favorites. I thought
Doom
Bethesda
2016's
nailed it.
Doom's 2016's on there too.
Yeah, that one. I really liked that one. I think they somehow managed to like have modern shooter stuff, but have it still play like Doom.
Yeah.
It was like hard to explain, but like they kept the run and gun vibe,
Yeah, I
It
am.
was a really good blend.
yeah,
I am.
but they somehow
legit
modernized it
trying
really
to-
well, without ruining it.
Trying to find a portal.
Yeah. Yeah, Doom Eternal, I didn't really like how they made things a bit too rigid in how you have to deal with certain enemies. It became more like, almost like puzzle fights where you have to switch this enemy for this weapon for this enemy, then this weapon to take care of that, and then this other weapon.
Yeah, I liked it better when you got to use what you
Yeah.
were better with. I agree. I still think it was a good game, like a good experience, but I would agree that
Yeah.
that was a drawback.
And then the DLC story is just insane.
I don't think I even played the DLC story, to be honest.
Yeah, I just watched people playing through, but it's some of it's very 40k inspired.
Yeah, there's a lot of overlap. It's funny how things can like cyclically influence each other.
Yeah.
Trying to see where I can. Oh.
I've heard that the Dark Forces version on Steam, where they like rezzed up the textures and stuff, looks really clean.
Yeah. Was that the remake that they did recently, the Night Dive one?
I think it might have been, yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. They talked to some of the original devs to get some cut content put back in.
Oh, cool. I thought it was cosmetic. I thought it was more cosmetic. I didn't realize it was content too.
Yeah, pretty much any remaster handled by Night Dive has extra stuff like that. They talked to the original devs to get it all working the way it was intended to be, not necessarily how it was at release.
See, I like that approach. I really like that approach a lot. Like, that's what ended up happening with Silent Hill 2. Bloober Team was originally going to make something that was more akin to a shot-for-shot with just a few tweaks and then and different visuals, like a few tweaks combat-wise. But it was actually the original Team Silent devs that are like, no, you should round some of the corners we had to cut. And I think that's a cool approach.
Yeah.
And I think having respect for the original and like wanting to fulfill the same kind of vision, I think is a really admirable approach that definitely would be more successful, just in terms of being a legit passion project. Not just a cash grab, you know?
I need to back up and let the...
Nom some souls. That fire breath thing is kind of hard to get around, huh?
Yeah.
Flamer on Overwatch, man, I tell you. Come on, you got this. Maybe.
Got it.
That's a bunny butt.
Not again, Kit.
I'm not streaming, it's fine. Oh, I have never sat that bolt upright in my chair than when I was adding that video to YouTube and I noticed that. I'm like, crap. Like, YouTube would probably be more lenient, but I'm surprised Twitch... I guess because it was like in the corner, it was kind of hard to see, but Twitch is the one I was scared of. YouTube will just be like... YouTube's more likely to just mark it as an adult, like a 18+ video. If it's just that. If it's not like anything really on the nose. But Twitch, it takes a far stricter approach to a lot of things.
Yeah.
And the problem is they follow their rules very inconsistently. So you never know.
Dang it. What sucks is that I have to... What sucks in this area is that I have to go all the way back to the portal to be able to do everything, which means I have to do all the platforming all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, this section looks frustrating.
Still better than dying, which means I would have to fight all the enemies again.
Only in death does duty end, and sometimes not even then.
But I am getting tired of being jettisoned into the void. Please let me just advance the story already.
And this void doesn't even have a toilet you can fish in.
I know, right? It's ridiculous. Still surprised I was able to freaking yank an alligator out of the toilet.
Florida moment. That's a good clip. Yeah, I enjoyed that. So, Tourmaline, did I tell you? Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, I did tell you. sometimes forget things. And by sometimes, I mean all the time.
Let's say, please don't tell me the freaking demons respawn.
I would say that I didn't used to be this forgetful, but I can't remember.
Oh no. At least the demons don't respawn.
That's good.
Which is about to say they really shouldn't, because they suck up their souls.
Rolls is tasty.
Ah, shit.
Uh-oh. No weapon.
Oh, this is a brutal section.
Yeah. And I think this is only around halfway through.
So does this game have a bit of a different difficulty curve? Because this one seems like the
Yeah.
combat's more sophisticated.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the demons are definitely a step up. Yeah, the PS2 meant they could get more enemies fighting at once, and unlike the first one, you can see they don't entirely just wait their turn to attack, and you get them kind of coming in at the same time.
I see.
I know.
Uh-oh.
Shitty guys, dude, those shitty guys suck.
It's the fire demon.
At least you got snackies to help you out. There you go, just machine gun that big fuck.
Nice.
That
There.
was well done.
You're gonna shoot me, I'll shoot you back, asshole.
Let's get nuts.
Ah, shit. Oh, wait, there's...
Grab one of the swords.
Yeah, but first things first.
Yeah.
I need the darkness, Reaver. Because... Oh, wait. I can't have one of the swords yet, because I have to do this. Let's try that again. Because I guess... I made it to the Earth Shrine.
There we go.
More lore.
The scenes I discovered here were unambiguous. This race of winged beings, the architects of the pillars and the creators of the Reaver, were Nosgoth's first vampires. Their bloodthirst appeared to be a curse inflicted upon them by their vanquished enemies. These images confirmed the truths that Kain had divulged to me, but I had been too incredulous to accept. I struggled in vain to see how the pieces fit together, how Kain intended to escape the dilemma of his destiny, and what role he had plotted for me, and why Mobius and the dark powers with which he seemed to be allied were so desperate to see Kain dead, and so intent on me being the instrument of his execution.
Asking the interesting questions.
Almost there, guys. Almost there. Sadly, Defiance is not included. Yeah. For Soul Reaver 1 and 2. Happily, I do have both. I have all of the games, so I do plan to stream them. But yep, we are now in the Earth Shrine.
Earth Shrine. One of the things that, best game in all the games is this one right here. Oh yeah, is this one your favorite? I've been really enjoying the Zero's playthrough. It definitely seems like they made big improvements mechanically over the first one.
Oh yeah.
And the story itself is definitely got me hooked.
And these shrine puzzles are a lot better than just pushing blocks like the first one.
Oh,
yeah, the block thing got kind of. Ooh. The bass of the music.
Is always great.
Yeah, dude, I love when you can get that kind of ominous timbre.
I can at least now see somewhat where I'm going. And then... There we go. I need to find a portal. There we go. Now let me head back and see if I can grab one of these axes. There we go. Just call me Simon Bloodaxe. Oh, come on. I will make you yeet, motherfucker. Now give me your soul.
Your soul is mine.
Oh, there are freaking shooters around. I need to deal with those guys. And plop. Let's see if I can grab a weapon. Here we go.
Which reminds me of the Sith Temple from Knights of the Old Republic.
Sith Temple?
Yeah.
Yeah, or the Sith ruins, I guess. They weren't in great shape, but they reminds me of it, like the way the sculptures kind of curve over everything, the general architecture. That's a game I should stream sometime. KOTOR is one of my all-time favorite games.
Knights of the Old Republic, yeah.
But yeah, I like the environments here, especially if one of the big things here is lost history.
Go. I want to check down here real quick. I need to deposit a thingy in this thingy. In this living thing. How is that frickin' still around? Whatever. Actually, no, I should head. If each of these means something, that I should go up this wall first. Because I have the light reaver. Because I think it has a thing where each of these temple ruins is something related to a specific reaver.
That makes sense.
Oh. Hi there, sword. It's just floating here.
It's the Temple of the Chilling Sword, you know? It's the sword in the stone.
Raziel the Chill Blade. We're all just chillin' and blading. And by blading, I of course mean frickin' sword swinging.
I mean, by blading, I mean, haha.
Aha! Oh, be nice. Oh, there's a freaking wind gust over there.
Pew pew pew.
I was about to say, was I just out of range of that soul there? Get back here. There we go. Happily, as far as I'm aware, wind doesn't exist in the underworld, so I can just... All I have to do is just jump over. Then I warp back. Here we go. Now I have the Dark Reaver. I go back. Oh, right. If I have the opposite element to the weapon, then it's a one-hit. I think it's one-hit kill on those guys.
Ooh, that's a nice touch.
Not that it really matters, because you don't really run into these guys often enough with the opposite Reaver for it to really matter. Let's see here. I think I need to jump. Jump. Go across. Ew.
Oh, dude.
Bloody Pokemon Emerald.
It's like in the manga when Rayquaza just straight up stabs Zinnia. We're seeing that, and I'm like, damn, it really is different in the games, huh?
Yeah. And now I head back. I hear it beating too. Ew. Where's the... Here we are. I think I have to match the color of it to the hallway I go into. Here we go. Ah. Hold on, Raziel.
No! The big spooky statue to a nom.
Poof. Okay, that's one. Actually, I'm trying to remember. Is this the Earth Temple or the Air Temple?
I think it's wind.
It's Earth. It's the Earth, Wind, and Fire Temple. Good music.
Oh, that explains it.
Have you heard the mashup of what was it? It was one of the songs, not September, the other one. Oh yeah, Boogie Wonderland mixed up with Kiss, I Was Made for Loving You.
No, I haven't heard that. Sounds interesting.
So good.
Mashups
It
can
just works perfectly.
Mashups can really blow stuff out of the water sometimes, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, just put that in voice text.
Guys you're fighting make horrible noises.
Here we go. I'm about to say, with the coloring, I thought this was the Earth Shrine, but no, it's the Air Shrine. But happily, I can actually look up and see what the hell I'm doing.
Maybe I've been internet brain poisoned too long, but I kept thinking they were going Ree.
Ah, shit.
So you have to use that thing to glide further, I take it?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. Nope. I need to have the light Reaver over here. But let me deal with you first. Blah. Get the bridge going. Ah. Don't blast me. Don't blast me. I don't want to get I don't want to be the victim of Cyclops. He's too boring to die against. Yeah, there we go. Hey, guess what's back?
Oh boy. Welcome to the block channel. All blocks, all the time.
But happily, it looks like this is the only time I have to worry about it. Here we go. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna do this real quick.
Wait, how did Born Identity music get into this suddenly?
Yep. I'm gonna try and move across this as quick as I can. There we go. The Born Identity.
This is what it reminded me of.
Let's see if I can hit it from here. There we go. I was hoping that getting Groudon would be a lot more pleasant than this.
Groudon always looked like the one who had the most reasonable reaction. He had the face that's appropriate to being woken up when you're trying to rest. Groudon's in the right on this one, okay?
Yeah. Hashtag Groudon did nothing wrong. I'm thinking... Yeah, now I'm thinking of... because I saw that video that said, like, the 1,000 Suns suck. And then immediately afterwards, Ren just goes, Magnus did... Hashtag Magnus did nothing wrong. Yeah, if someone actually told him freaking anything, then things probably would have gone better.
I do think like it's not. I mean, I think nothing wrong might be a slight stretch, but like didn't do everything wrong. Let me put it that way.
Okay, now that Raziel knows, he just hides underneath the.
Smart.
Yeah, Raziel learns from his mistakes. Unlike characters in 40K.
True.
And now it's time for a Soul Reaver one. Now I go up the one that for the basic Soul Reaver.
No, you're right. 40K is one of those things that's like repeated tragedies, like over and over again, like similar kinds of follies playing out.
Yeah, I always prefer going for the elemental ones first, because you can have any element Reaver, and it'll open this kind of door. Oh, never mind. He left. He left because the main guy died.
He's just like, nope, I'm out.
And now while I'm here, let me go ahead and get the real quick. Now it's time to go into this big open area. I have to find a way to get all the way up there. Yeah. I wonder what it wants me to do. There we go. Give me the power of light. Oh, wait a minute.
Power of light compels you.
I see you there, fucking eyeball. Sorry, eyeball. Eye fucking's not on the menu today.
Oh, but the eyeball's hungry.
So am I. I want my souls, damn it. Wait a minute, is there a portal on the other side? I can't tell. The health must be full. Don't worry, happily while you're in the spectral realm, your health slowly increases. So even if you don't find any souls, then... Okay. Is there another one for that side? Oh, yes it is. Yes, there is. Okay, yeah, I kind of figured there was a portal here, too. Come on. Nope. Because I need the darkness, Reaver. There we go. Oh, I need the light Reaver. I need a light Reaver on this side and the darkness Reaver for that side. There we go.
Nice.
Now I'm gonna shoot the eyeball. Enough time to get to here. Activate the bridge.
Where the eyeball made me think of something I haven't thought of in a really long time was the, I was thinking about Lucas the spider. Hi, I'm Lucas, and I have too many eyeballs.
I have to open. I think I had to open up this side first. Yep. There we go. By the way, look at these murals.
Huh. I guess they didn't hire Liefeld to do their murals. That's a relief.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, they now have they have a smart detection thing that allows you to allow or deny links. That's why we haven't had any bots recently, because the auto detection has been detecting the bots.
Nice.
Yeah, Twitch seemed to do a slightly better job of that lately, but depends on your settings too.
Yeah. Now I jump down. Damn it, why is Kyogre so freaking grumpy all the time, I swear?
Kyogre was mad because in the remake, its ability was actually inferior to Groudon's for the first time. Groudon's kind of overrode it. Poor thing. He was used to being at the top of the meta for too long.
Yeah. There we go. And now all the air is now blowing in the temple, which means I now should have access to the forge. Yeah.
Whoa. Good thing there isn't fall damage.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I need to aim for these. Which means I also now need to go down and get the Darkness Reaver. There we go. There we go.
Nice.
Here we are. The forge is now active. Damn it, this isn't the air temple, it's the temple of halitosis. Ugh, it smells terrible.
The Temple of Stinky.
Here we are. Here it is.
Bzz, bzz. I like the Temple of Particle effects.
As the Reaver drained the forge of its vital energy, the tempest receded. I recovered myself and paused to admire my newly forged weapon, now imbued with the elemental power of air. Thus armed, I hoped that I now finally possessed the means to escape this wasted land.
Here we are. And now what this does... Oh. It says hold R1 to glide straight up.
Are you getting a bit of stick drift? Oh, there you go.
There we go. Uh-huh. And now there's a big old wall in the way. Aang's got nothing on me. Bam!
This elemental Reaver I discovered had the power to obliterate barriers that were cracked or compromised. At last, I had the means to open that ruined time-streaming chamber I discovered so long ago in the swamp. Now, perhaps, I could leave this wasteland and return to an era when Janos Ordrin still lived.
Not only that, but also, guess what I have to do? I have to go through the swamp again!
No, no.
By the way, I did discover my brain created a blasphemy while, my brain thought of a blasphemy while I was, looking up information on Kamen Rider Kiva.
Oh.
Bite and suck, Kamen Rider Kiva.
Oh boy.
Because Kiva's a because the Kamen Rider Kiva is all about vampires.
I remember hearing that one memed about a little bit.
Now I can go back this way. Not interested. I'm just gonna leave. Because unless there's a barrier, there's nothing really... Because unless there's a barrier, there's nothing really stopping you. And the only main need that one would need in order to go through is if there's a barrier in place.
I see.
Trying to be careful. Hey, camera, can you work with me, please?
Alright guys, I'm gonna have to probably go in a bit.
Yeah,
Here.
I understand. I need to find a safe. I need to get out and find a. I need to find a way to get through here and find a safe point.
Yeah. Glad you could do this today, though. Thanks.
Yeah, nice to have you.
Yeah. Alright, you take care.
Yep, you take care as well.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I think I just went backwards. This area is completely dark. I can't see where the heck I'm supposed to go.
Yeah, it's rough.
I think I'm supposed to go... I'm supposed to jump this way.
Oh, just missed. Oops.
Now let's see if... Okay. Oh. Damn it. Ah. I have to go back to a warp point. And there's a bunch of demons fucking waiting for me.
Oh dear.
I believe there's a portal right here. You know what? I'm just gonna deal with these guys. Here we go. Finally dealt with all the demons. That's good at the very least. Here, where was the thing? Up there. I need to go over here. Here we go. Now I'm back to the very, very dark world.
There you go.
Y'all have good luck with that. There we go. There we go. There we go. The thumping of the feet. I'm just hoping that there's a air forge nearby the area in the swamp. Now I'm back in Unschenheim. Oh, that means there's a save point nearby. I need to remember where that is. I mean, that's the... Let me deal with all these guys first, and then I'll head to the save point. There we go. There's the save point.
Nice.
There we go. Thus, I still have about an hour left before I normally end these streams. I'm gonna see if I can make it back, try to make it through the swamp as quick as possible. Because at least when after I go through the device, it should hopefully at least be daylight.
Yeah.
guys off. Give me all these souls. There we go. Sorry, Cannonball Run is that. Cannonball Run involves cars, not cannons.
I'm looking forward to them finally doing Steel Ball Run.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wonder how much David's production is gonna try desperately to try to make everything in that series make a lick of sense.
The discourse is going to be interesting.
Yeah. I believe there also is another save point here somewhere. I just need to find it and the, there's the save point, and there's the Air Reaver Forge. Or Air Reaver Vent.
Nice.
There we go. Now, let's see where that door is. I am happy for these torches, because if these torches weren't here, I'd be just even more lost than
Yeah.
I normally frickin' am. You're not trying to seize me, you're trying to kill me. That's the point of your thing, right? There it is. There we go.
Nice.
Now to get on in here. Okay. Here we go. No hope, no way of controlling this. The only thing we can do now is, YOLO.
I had no choice but to act purely on blind faith. There was no way to tell what error the device was tuned to, and I had neither the knowledge nor the means to set the machine myself. I hesitated only briefly. Then, throwing the switch, I hurled myself into oblivion and relinquished my will to the hand of fate.
Okay. Let's see where we ended up. Holy crap, it's daylight. Honest to goodness daylight. I can actually play this game again.
Beyond all hope and against all probability, it seemed that the device had unerringly delivered me to the era I sought. For these were Sarafan banners, and these vampires apparently the victims of their crusade. The coincidence seemed too convenient to naively ascribe to fate. But whether my opportune arrival had been orchestrated by Mobius or some other influence, I didn't know. If Janos Ordrin still lived, I would find him. But I was wary of further deception and resolved to tread carefully.
Here we are. And you can tell that Vorador is still alive because the Ignis Fatuus is still lit here.
Yeah.
The Ignis Fatuus lights the way to hell, vampire. Your path. I'm so happy I can actually see where the heck I'm going again. I just want the new game to actually have a brightness setting. Give me an honest to goodness fucking brightness setting. Jesus Christ. Save point. Here we go. And now I head forward again because it's the way to... Because this is the way to, Unstenheim.
For all the butchery of Mobius's crusade, this massacre is somehow more chilling. The killing fields of the Sarafan betrayed a kind of orderly ruthlessness, the cold-blooded righteousness of the true believer.
Yep. Yeah, again, it's freaking daylight. I think the majority of me moving through the areas when it was pitch black mostly has to do with muscle memory at this fucking point. Yeah, no, I'm still pissed off about that. But it's mostly having to do with me having to deal with, it's mostly just me having to deal with,
yeah, the darkness problem with the capture.
yeah. I don't think this is the right way, because there's the time streaming chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went all the way to frickin' Unstenheim in the fucking dark. And now I'm trying to get there in the light, and it's very irritating. And now my frickin' ankles are starting to itch. Thought I saw something up there. And no matter what, you still have to jump around like an idiot because of the freaking... because of the swamp. Because of how deep the swamp is.
Yeah.
This was the direction I needed to go. I just ended up going in a big frickin' circle. I think I needed to head up there, I do believe. Yep, here it is. Oh, I have to hold R1. I have to hold R1 so that my character is like standing straight up and down.
Yeah.
There we go. Checkpoint.
By all that is holy!
Here at last, in the flesh, I beheld my former brothers in arms, the warrior priests of the Sarafan Order. Their lives devoted solely to the annihilation of the vampire plague. And while I confess, I felt a twinge of longing, a pang of grief for what I had believed was my lost virtue, I regarded them now with none of the reverence I formerly felt. For I had seen the human face of the vampires, and now I beheld the monstrousness of these men.
No, how about you fuck off? Get freaking drop kicked. Give me your sword. Oh, these guys. Oh, the shooty dudes are sorcerers now.
Yeah.
I'll just take all these souls then. They must have went through the wall. Now I can finally say the proper phrase. Gank the mage. Gank the mage. Gank the mage. Ow. Okay, forget this. I'm climbing up. Ow. Okay, I need a motor. This is getting ridiculous. Here. Yep. There we go. Look at all the weapons just floating around here.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that the Seraphim can do to actually eliminate me. It's only demons that can actually enter into the Spectral Realm and do permanent damage to me. Sick of you and your... I'm sick of you and your beat stick. It's my beat stick now. There we go. There we go. There we go. Give me that pike. Eat shit. I don't want you. Give me my pike. Pikeman! Forward! Yeah, there is a good reason why you can use why pikemen are a lot more effective. As long as you have as long as you have a blade at the end of a long stick, you will survive. Now we're back in Unstenheim.
Over there. Free your soul.
Good luck with that shit.
Free your soul, demon.
There we go. Again, blade at the end of a stick is best weapon.
Yep.
Let me deal with this first. Let me grab the light reaver real quick. Let's see here. I still have about 20 minutes left. Here we go. I still hear a bunch of them running around. By the way, I do have a question, though. What is the point of just leaving these bodies around?
Dunno.
Like, is it supposed to be, like, threatening or something?
Sending a message, probably.
Yeah, send a message to the vampires who other than gaining defeat on humans, are... Yep. Now we're back here. That was close. I got past you. Gank the mage. I must gank the mage. Wait a minute. Where'd the mage go? There you are.
Guard me, brothers.
Forget it. Here we are.
After my long journey, I finally stood on the threshold of enlightenment. For here was Janos Audrin's mountain retreat, intact and unblemished. The upheaval that would one day topple this ancient edifice had not yet occurred. And while I had no certainty that Janos still lived, this scene boded well, for I presumed that the collapse of the retreat must have followed the ancient vampire's demise. There was only one obstacle. How to reach the balcony suspended at that maddening height, so far beyond my reach. For this was the architecture of winged creatures. And the tattered ruins of my wings were of no use. I would need to devise some other means into that mountain.
Return to hell!
That's a nice sound of stepping on ice.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
There's one.
Ah! I didn't mean to fall.
Free your soul, demon.
There we go. There we go. Finally got the air Reaver. And let's see here.
There's one. Return to hell.
There we go. There we go.
Free your soul, demon.
There we go. here.
Get it.
Okay. Let me see if there's anything down here. Oh, cool. The music that's playing is similar to the music in Blood Omen. And again, I love the fact that it's daylight so I can actually see where I'm going. I don't think there's anything down here.
Free your soul.
Oh yeah, I definitely hear it now. I am legit trying to figure out where to go. I have the Dark Reaver. I'm trying to see if there's a...
There's one.
Let's just deal with him right now. Oh well. That was worth the thing. Not really, but still. Trying to remember if there was if I do needed to go into the water for one reason or another, but I have no idea, honestly.
Yeah, I can't remember which way to go.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm still underwater. And now it's dark again!
Hooray!
Yep, we're now in his, we are now in his domain. Yeah, which stinks because I only have 10 minutes left before the... I only have about...
Yeah, might as well just leave it off here. I don't think there's any save points in here.
Let me see if I can... Oh, I need the air Reaver.
Yeah.
But even then, I would think I might have to go back a ways in order to get to the save point. Because I think the save point is all the way back in Unstunheim.
Oof.
There's the save point.
You know which way to go now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a tether thing downstairs, one of the checkpoints.
Yeah. So I think that'll... I still have 10 minutes, but like I said, 10 minutes is probably not going to be enough to make it through this dungeon. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, but... I'm trying to think... Okay, now I need a quick reminder, because I'm going to be doing this again next week. What would be the best Reaver to have to start this dungeon with? It looks like the Dark Reaver. Actually, no, wait, it doesn't matter, because I go through the Spectral Realm anyway.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't matter. So... Still have about 10 minutes left. Let's, you know what we can do? We have 10 minutes left.
Yay, bonus time.
So, let's go to the making of Soul Reaver 2. Oh, here's the Soul Reaver 1 opening movie. Dark Chronicle, Historical Timeline, and History of Nosgoth. So let's look up the history of Nosgoth. In the centuries before Kain's birth, the land was protected by an oligarchy of sorcerers known as the Circle of Nine. These guardians were sworn to serve and protect the pillars of Nosgoth, the ancient edifice towering over the earth as a manifestation of the mysterious power that preserved and gave life to the land. But the circle was infiltrated by dark forces, and Ariel, the Balance Guardian, was cruelly murdered. Her assassination sent psychic shockwaves throughout the circle, and in their derangement, the remaining sorcerers turned their powers to dark purposes, poisoning the land with their sorcery and abandoning the pillars to stand like silent, decaying sentries. Well, to be fair, it wasn't her assassination specifically, it was Nupraptor who discovered her body, who then sent psychic shockwaves to damage the circle.
Yeah.
But her assassination was the trigger. Destiny. Into this dying world, Kain was born. The son of an aristocratic Nosgoth family, he lived the privileged life of a nobleman, never realizing his undiscovered destiny. That he was marked from birth as Ariel's successor, fated to take her place as the guardian of balance. Ignorant of his destiny, the ambitious but directionless Kain roamed the land. During one fateful journey, he was ambushed by brigands and murdered, brutally impaled on his assassin's sword. A Dark Covenant. Plucked from the brink of oblivion by the necromancer Mortanius, Kain awakened in the underworld, still transfixed by his enemy's blade. Tormented by his hunger for vengeance and heedless of the spiritual cost, Kain recklessly accepted the necromancer's offer of revenge and rose from his tomb to discover that he had been resurrected as a vampire. Kain quickly tracked down his assassins and exacted his bloody revenge. With his vengeance and hunger sated, he sought only a cure for the vampiric curse that afflicted him. Guided by Mortanius and the specter Ariel, now bound helplessly to the decaying pillars she once served, Kain hunted down each of the corrupt sorcerers now poisoning Nosgoth. Only with their deaths could the pillars be healed, and only by restoring balance would Kain be released from his vampiric curse. Except that's not true. At first, reluctant to live the horror of an existence blighted by a thirst for human blood, Kain soon adapted and discovered, within his darkened soul, a growing disaffection for humankind as he embraced his newfound immortality. During his journey, Kain discovered and claimed the Soul Reaver, an ancient soul-devouring blade, and stumbled across, not so coincidentally, a time-streaming device created by Mobius, the Guardian of Time. Fragile history. Against the counsel of the ancient vampire Vorador, Kain found himself embroiled in human events, caught in a bloody battle between Otmar's army of hope and the ruthlessly advancing armies of the Nemesis from the north. As the tide of the battle turned, Kain used his only means of escape, the time-streaming device, which swept him nearly 50 years back into Nosgoth's past. Hoping to alter the course of Nosgoth's history, Kain assassinated the young King William the Just, who would become the diabolic tyrant known as the Nemesis. After setting himself on his victim's blood, Kain returned to the present, only to discover that his murder of the beloved king ignited a genocidal war against vampires, led by the time streamer Mobius himself. Upon his return, Kain witnessed the future he had wrought, and the final triumphant act of Mobius's cold-blooded mob. Vorador, the last of the era's vampires, was guillotined and his head held aloft for a cheering, bloodthirsty crowd, leaving Kain the sole vampire in Nosgoth. The fateful dilemma. As his quest brought him full circle, Kain confronted the destiny that Mortanius and Ariel had hidden from him, that he was the Balance Guardian, and that only by sacrificing himself could he restore the Pillars. Ariel presented him with a final climactic decision: sacrifice himself to heal the land, but ensure the extinction of the vampires, or refuse the sacrifice and seal the world's corruption. Revolted by the machinations of the human sorcerers and alienated from his former humanity, Kain chose the latter path, opting to rule the world in its damnation rather than commit himself to oblivion. This apocalyptic act completed the Pillars' destruction. The mighty columns toppled as Kain sealed their ruinous fate, and damned Ariel to ceaselessly haunt the dilapidated Pillars she once served. Until the balance is restored, she can never be released. Then Kain's empire. Kain concluded with the epiphany that Vorador was right, that vampirism is not a curse but a blessing, that vampires are dark gods whose duty is to thin the human herd. With intentional irony, Kain established the ruined Pillars as his symbolic seat of his new empire, and the unrestored Balance Pillar as the base of his throne. In an act of calculated blasphemy, he raided the ancient tomb of the Seraphan, a fanatical order of warrior priests once sworn to eradicate the vampires plaguing Nosgoth. From the desiccated corpses of these long-dead knights, he raised his 6 vampiric sons to become the lieutenants of his fledgling empire. But the Pillars, Kain ultimately realized, were more than just a human edifice. The health of the Pillars were tied inextricably into the health of the land. With the Pillars left unrestored, corruption seeped slowly into the land like a poison, turning his empire into an irredeemable wasteland. Condemned. Rather than evolving slowly over time, vampires experience periods of accelerated metamorphosis, entering dormant states from which they emerge transformed. When Raziel, the first of Kain's lieutenants, revealed his latest evolution, a pair of bat-like wings, Kain responded with an act of seemingly egotistical sadism. Tearing Raziel's newly fledged wings from his back, he ordered Raziel to be cast into the Lake of the Dead, where he would burn forever in the broiling abyss. Raziel tumbled endlessly into the murky depths, his flesh dissolving as he burned with white-hot fire. After an eternity of torment, Raziel's ruined body came to rest, and as the pain receded, he realized he had not only survived the descent, but had been delivered from the very seat of the underworld. Delivered to the very seat of the underworld. Like Kain before him, Raziel was saved from the blink of oblivion by a mysterious benefactor, a preternaturally. What the fuck is that word?
Yeah, I think it's just preternaturally.
Preternaturally. ancient god dwelling in the depths of the abyss, who transformed Raziel into a devourer of souls and released him back into the world to take his vengeance. Raziel, now the Elder God's fledgling angel of death, resurfaced to discover that centuries had inexplicably passed since his execution. Kain's empire lay in ruin, and Raziel found himself assailed by the degenerate offspring of his former brethren, who had long since devolved into monstrous forms. Undeterred by these revelations, Raziel pursued Kain across Nosgoth's blasted landscape, galvanized by a hunger for revenge and a relentless new thirst, not for the blood of humans, but for the vampire's apostate souls. Kain, however, had other plans for Raziel. Seemingly unsurprised by Raziel's miraculous return, Kain baited Raziel along the course of his single-minded vendetta, channeling him into battle with his mutated brethren and into a fateful confrontation at the Pillars, wherein Kain raised the Soul Reaver against Raziel. The ancient blade, believed to be indestructible, shattered when Kain attempted to strike Raziel down. The soul-devouring sentience captive within the blade was thus released, and binding itself to Raziel as a wraith blade became his symbiotic weapon. Kain seemed not stunned, but strangely satisfied with this shocking outcome, and lured Raziel further into Nosgoth's northern wastes, leading to their final confrontation in Mobius's long-abandoned chronoplast chamber. The story continues. Driven by fatalistic visions revealed in Mobius's chambers, Kain activates the time-streaming portal that will propel him and Raziel centuries into Nosgoth's past. Free will, Kain argues, is an illusion. Their fates are intertwined in ways that Raziel has not yet begun to fathom. And then there's the historical timeline. Genesis, before Nosgoth's recorded history. Genesis of the Pillars of Nosgoth, formation of the Circle of Nine, Reaver is forged. Over 500 years before Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain. Nosgoth's vampire population increases. The Order of the Seraphim formed to counter the vampire menace. The human Raziel is born, becomes a Seraphim warrior priest. Vampire Vorador slaughters 6 of the Circle and their sponsorship of the Seraphim Crusade. Raziel of the Seraphim dies in combat and is entombed within the Seraphim with the Seraphim martyrs. Seraphim Crusades cease. Then there's history leading to Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. Kain travels nearly 50 years in Nosgoth's past. Kain assassinates young William the Just. Kain discovers another time-streaming device and returns to Nosgoth's present. Then corruption of the Pillars. Mortania's Guardian of Death is possessed by a dark entity. Ariel, Balance Guardian, is murdered. The human Kain is born, destined to take her place. Ariel's murder triggers the chain of events, resulting in the corruption of the Circle and the decay of the Pillars. And then Nobleman Kain is assassinated. In the underworld, the necromancer Mortanians offer Kain the chance to avenge his murder. Kain accepts the offer, is reborn as the vampire. Kain hunts down and destroys corrupt Pillar Guardians, restoring the Pillars in turn. Kain meets ancient vampire Vorador. This is all the events of Blood Omen. Then era following Blood Omen. Events of Blood Omen 2. 400 years after Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. Then, roughly a century later, Kain sets the ruined pillars as the seat of his new empire. Kain raises 6 vampire lieutenants, corpses, Seraphim martyrs. Raziel is born as a vampire. Millennium passes. Raziel evolves, growing wings after transgression. Raziel is executed, being cast into the abyss. Centuries later, events of Soul Reaver. Raziel pursues Kain through Mobius's ancient chronoplast time portal and is plunged into Nosgoth's past. Soul Reaver 2 begins. Don't you love the whole events of Blood Omen 2, 400 years after Blood Omen? Except
Yeah. Yeah, it gets a bit messy.
Yeah. By the way, I muted myself on stream because that's spoilery.
Fair enough.
So, and with that we have now hit 6 o'clock. So, to everyone who is watching, I'll go ahead. I think I might just end the stream here because I have to finish making dinner. You all have a good night, all right? See you all next time. Bye bye.
Goodbye.